that the Israeli military will refrain from further attacks. The U.S. president, according to the Times of Israel and a source here, the president told Netanyahu what needed to happen to sustain the ceasefire and said that he should, in exceptionally firm terms, not retaliate against Iran's missile fire. Pleased to bring in right now our very next guest. He is the former government Israeli spokesperson, Eylon Levy. It's good to see you, Eylon. It's been a little while. Welcome into Newsline, sir. So obviously, this is a historic moment in, the hope for peace, the ceasefire. It's fragile. It's early hours. We can imagine the nerves are rattled. Give us your perspective as someone who knows Netanyahu very well, understands this relationship and how things are moving forward, and potentially how you think that call went today between the two leaders.
A historic moment indeed. We just witnessed a knockout blow for the Israeli-American alliance. In just 12 days, Israel managed to destroy Iran's ballistic missile capabilities, decapitate the Iranian military regime, destroy its air defenses, and together with the United States, obliterate the Iranian nuclear program. That means that if the tyrants who chant death to Israel and death to America want a nuclear program, they're going to have to build it from scratch. It's really impossible to overstate just what an extraordinary success Israel's campaign has been against Iran. What a massive effect President Trump's very brave decision to strike the Iranian nuclear facilities are. And they've created incredible change in the region. There is now a real opportunity to bring peace to the Middle East as countries are given a real chance to break free from Iranian oppression.
Do you think we'll hear from Prime Minister Netanyahu today? Obviously, he's been, making thoughtful comments in regards to when, this is all happening, talking directly to the Iranian people. Not sure how the tone was on the call today with President Trump, but, everything you just laid out, the two have a great relationship. It seems like this ceasefire has a possibility to stay in effect. Would you agree with that, Eylon?
Well, I hope the ceasefire is in effect, because it would be a massive mistake for the Iranian regime to continue its aggression against Israel after President Trump has told it, you need to make peace or we're coming down with the full might of the US military on you. But I want to clarify something. This was a 12-day war between Israel and Iran, but it's day 627 of a bigger regional war that the Iranian regime has been waging against Israel through its proxy armies, Hamas, Hezbollah, the Houthis, ever since those horrific terror attacks of 10/7. And we need to make sure that this not only ends the fighting on the front with Iran, but ends the Iranian regime's aggression against Israel through its proxy armies as well.
Well, I'm glad you went there, because the question is what happens. We saw a video. We'll put some up here. Some Iranians were fleeing since airstrikes started. We know that Iran's former crown prince, Reza Pahlavi, has offered to serve as an interim leader. President Trump, just a short time ago on Air Force One, said he thinks regime change could bring chaos. What do you think regime change looks like? And is it actually a possibility this time, Eylon?
Look, foreign countries should not be in the business of regime change. No one should be swooping into Iran and trying to do an Iraq or Afghanistan and impose a political leader. That would be a bad idea. But what would be a good idea is if the Iranian people, who have so bravely protested against this tyrannical dictatorship before, rise up and take their country back. Because we should all recognize there is no way to have a lasting peace in the Middle East if Iran is still governed by a theocratic dictatorship that is committed to death to Israel and death to America. The only way the Middle East can have peace is if the Iranian people manage to build a free and democratic Iran. So look, the US shouldn't be in the business of trying to change the regime. That's a bad idea. Iran's future is for the Iranian people to decide. But if they rise up and try to take their amazing country and ancient civilization back from the tyrants who have oppressed them for so long, I think the world needs to stand by their side and not throw them under a bus. Bye.